It's Mooman.
Mooman?
This is not a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mooman. It is Mooman on the mic.
What is going on? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is your man Mooman on the mic. Back another episode of the Initiative Podcast, where we give you everything: celebrity news, world news, sociology, psychology, and WTF. Let's go. Okay, I've been having a good day, man. Woke up this morning. Not everyone did. All right, so give all praise to the Most High for that. First and foremost, that's my shout out. My headline hero is the Most High on this particular broadcast of the Initiative Podcast. All right, you got to thank the Most High for everything that He does. You understand what I'm saying? That He does, because we all know the alternatives are always less than the Most High and what the Most High has in store for you if you just get out of your own way. A lot of people are just in their own way. That's all. Just move out of your way real quick. Let the Most High take care of your afflictions. All right? That is what I give to y'all. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how this day, particularly in this moment, is going. Right now, for me and you, faith transcends time, space. You understand what I'm saying? And we are in the future, are we not? Right? So, that's just my little spiel out here. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get into it early. All right, you got Kendrick Lamar expands Grand National Tour with South American leg this fall. Okay, when will Kendrick Lamar slow down? All right, many fans hope the answer is never. He recently concluded the North American leg of his Grand National Tour, and he and SZA will hit Europe this summer. But the GNX MC will keep it running all throughout 2025 as he just announced new South American tour dates. Okay, what? As for the dates themselves, they are as follows: September 23rd in Mexico City, September 27th in Bogota, Colombia, September 30th in Sao Paulo, Brazil, October 4th in Buenos Aires, Argentina, October 7th in Santiago, Chile, per the Grand National Tour website. Okay? Each stadium concert has its own pre-sale and general sale dates, most of which revolve around June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar's upcoming feature on Let God Sort Him Out has fans very excited. All right, clips spoke a lot about the controversy surrounding its alleged behind-the-scene suppression attempts, but the narrative remains a little unclear for many fans. Nevertheless, fans in South America will have no such obfuscation. I probably butchered that. Obfuscation when it comes to the Grand National Tour's satisfying spectacle. Listen, I'm here for that. You understand what I'm saying? He brought in the headline huntings. All right, I'm here for that. Kendrick Lamar, SZA, they've already made history. They're just enjoying the ride. Headline hunting. TDE, on the other hand, Punch, draws backlash for wanting unity in hip-hop after Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. He recently took to Twitter with a message about wanting unity in hip-hop culture. Many OVO fans in reply scoffed at this mentality, since Punch has been on social media clamping back at K-Dot critics, albeit while also defending the Toronto superstar throughout this entire combative saga. Okay, his words. Let's further the conversation. The TDE executive expressed, hip-hop is always in need of unity. One of the beautiful things about hip-hop is the diversity and uniqueness based on individuals and regions. Unity isn't about everyone being the same, it's about protecting the culture as a whole. Unify and get rid of the cancer, and that cancer is whatever hip-hop decides it is. Boom. Alright, somebody drop the mic for TDE Punch. He goes on, and before y'all get cooking, this isn't a proposal attack on anyone or any group in particular. It's just a general observation of the state of hip-hop culture. Through my lens, of course. He added in a clarifying reply. At the end of the day, Punch's assessment is a righteous one in theory, even if the circumstances of his Kendrick Lamar support against Drake doesn't always match up with the mentality. But then again, we could say the same for pretty much any perspective on this beef at this point, since it's become such a social media firestorm. Sadly, there aren't even moments of unity among artists these days, as everyone is still on edge. For an example, T-Pain recently caught a shot from the Sixth God himself for his comments on Drake retiring. Okay, a possibility which the boy teases years ago at this point. All right, the battle very much changed that trajectory, but people can't even agree on that point. All right, that's pretty crazy. So, TDE, again, Kendrick, SZA, they are the conglomerates of hip-hop at this current juncture. We're going to see what happens. Headline hunting. Group suing over Trump's birthright order seeks to convert case to a class action lawsuit. Y'all remember them? Okay, an article from Kyle Cheney out of Politico, an organization representing immigrants fighting President Donald Trump's birthright citizenship order, wasted little time seeking to recalibrate its legal strategy to block the president's policy, despite the high court's restriction on nationwide injunctions. All right, CASA is asking a federal judge in Maryland for an emergency block on Trump's policy, which would deny citizenship to children of some immigrants born on U.S. soil, and said it has refiled its broader lawsuit as a class action case. Class action lawsuits are one of the ways that the Supreme Court explicitly indicated Friday were permissible to broadly block a federal government policy. It's among several expectations or workabouts that Trump adversaries are poised to seize on after the justices sharply limited judges' ability to nationwide injunctions. All right, boom. So they hit the lawsuit. They're citing the 14th Amendment is where the scam lies, right? Because you got a scam on both sides if you're from the Pan-African diaspora. All right, if you're a Black American, you are subjective in the argument, but then you see the objective and reflective arguments out here in the open. All right, but let me give y'all an understanding about the 14th Amendment real quick, just to get y'all understand. All right, here's a breakdown of its key aspects. The citizenship clause, all right, within the 14th Amendment declares that all persons born or naturalized in the U.S. are citizens of both the United States and the state where they reside. All right, the privileges or immunities clause, okay, prohibits states from making or enforcing laws that abridge the privileges of immunities of U.S. citizens. How about the due process clause? That prevents states from depriving any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. How about the equal protection clause, which requires states to provide equal protection of the laws to allow persons within their jurisdictions? And we can keep going. You got the appointment of representatives. You got the disqualification from office. You got the public debt clause. The enforcement clause, listen, ratified in 1868. Okay, it's a cornerstone of American constitutional law, primarily focused on citizenship, equal protection, and due process, people. All right, it granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and prohibited states from infringing upon the privileges and immunities of citizens, depriving them of life, liberty, or property without due process, or deny them equal protection under the law. Okay? That is your brush down on the 14th Amendment. Did I nail it? Did I nail it? Did I nail it? All right. And yet, in your perspective, how can this be interpreted? Because this interprets to formerly enslaved people, the Black population. 1.6% of the Black population from a worldwide perspective, but still the Black population. Okay? And we've already got into the immigrant arguments of why Black people aren't standing up as much, except for the ones who choose to, the ones who he calls family. You can't go against family, and we're not asking for that. What we are asking is to respect the 14th Amendment that my ancestors died to get. Okay? For the generations that came after them. Okay? As an immigrant from South America, could you apply the 14th Amendment to yourself in America? What do you think? And I'm going to leave it up to you on that question. But do inbox me. Hit me with the email. Let me know your interpretation of birthright citizenship and the current argument of citizenry for migrants. Okay? Let's get into the back of the house headline. White House finalizes African mineral peace deal. Okay, an article by Hannah Northey, Politico E&E News. Secretary of State Marco Rubio stands with Rwanda Foreign Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe. Okay, and Democratic Republic of Congo's Foreign Minister Therese Kayikwamba Wagner as they shake hands after signing a peace agreement at the State Department on Friday in Washington. Alright, y'all didn't know that was in the news, did you? Because that's a headline where I get my news from. This deal could redefine peace and power. Alright, this agreement focused on responsibly sourcing and processing critical minerals. It's about much more than mining, okay? It is about recasting the narrative of Central Africa, all right, from one of endless conflicts to one of integrated opportunity. And it comes at a time when the world is racing towards a clean energy future that must be built on not just the sustainable minerals, but with shared values for the earth and beyond. Okay, for decades, the DRC's substantial mineral riches have been both a blessing and a curse, fueling violence, enabling illicit trade, and entrenching poverty. This new agreement, however, links mineral access to governance, traceability, and regional cooperation. By recognizing Rwanda's role in regional logistics and committing to a jointly managed, transparent minerals corridor, that deals offers a pathway out of zero-sum geopolitics and toward a model of a mutual gain. You understand what I'm saying? Like the recent U.S.-Ukraine minerals agreement. All right, this U.S.-DRC deal aligns resource access with political stabilization. Now, if you can stabilize your own political party in such a way where you can promise a 30-year return and all of the angles to build a business through your LLCs, NGOs, you name it, okay? There are people who buy and sell businesses to create a blockchain, or rather to sustain one. You see what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand that aspect. And mind you, think about Abraham Traoré, think about the Sahel Alliance, Rwanda making a deal. Now there's going to have to be other deals to be made, and it's all within Africa's favor, which is my point, while everyone is at war. You don't see Africa running into any other countries out here, do you? And they got you know what I'm saying? They got it. You're going to have to use a bunker buster on them, but it's never going to get that far because we're here to make deals, trades of a lifetime, generations down the line. All right. That's what we have to think about as a human species while we're sitting up here trying to nuke each other to death. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see any more biological weapons. I don't want to see any more shutdowns. I don't want to see any more homeless people. I don't want to see it. We have the means to solve it permanently. But we have to redefine what it means to be the greatest consumer force in history. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then now keep in mind AI. You see what I'm saying? And there it is right there. That will shortly become the outside adversary as well, depending on who algorithms are controlling its wet and software. You understand what I'm saying? That's the kind of future I'm referring to. This is the kind of future that we are in. This is why I said, bless all those who watch this podcast. My blessings go out to you. All right, straight up. And I hope that y'all are taking something from this. You see what I'm saying? Taking it all as we grow together throughout this podcast. Lifetime. We're going to get it for a lifetime. I promise you. Those portals are open with me. But once again, it's your man's Movement on the mic. And I'm going to see y'all on the next episode.
I don't mean no disrespect, but